Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do your solar system on Google Maps. So you can see here I already have my map open. I created a map and I showed you how to do that in class. And here to go back and make any changes I have to open in My Maps. So even if you've already created your map, you'll notice I can't make any edits here. So I go to Open in My Maps, which brings me to a new tab, and here I'll be able to make changes. So what I'm going to show you today is how to place your sun and planets in your solar system. First, I'm zooming in because my distances start out quite small, of course, and then they get larger as we move further away from the sun. So on the left-hand side, you can see here my menu, and it shows all the planets and distances that I've included in my map. I'm going to click on the sun, and you can see here I've included the sun at the scale size. So my sun is 0.3 meters in diameter. Remember the video we saw, it was 1.5. Mine is 0.3. I've got a picture of the sun, and then I also explained where my sun is located on my Google map. So these are the things you need to include for your sun. I'm going to show you how I placed my sun. Okay. As we know, it's on my house where I grew up, but what I did was I selected Add Marker, and then you can just drop your marker anywhere on the map where you need it to. I'm going to give it the name, the sun at 0.3 meters in diameter. So if anybody sees this, they know exactly what it is. Add my picture by clicking on this camera. So if you have your own, if you want to upload your own image, you can do that. A quick, simple way is just to go to Google and do a search for sun, right? I'm doing Google image search, and I get tons of options here. You can choose one if you want to have more than one photo. Okay. You can add them one at a time. So you can see there's one photo. If you don't like it, not so happy with that, trash it. I'm going to select a little happier sun, maybe this one. And if you feel like you want to add another one, you can use the plus sign, and you can add a couple of photos if you feel it's helpful or necessary. Maybe something closer up. Right, and there I have my two photos. Here I'm going to put my description. The sun is located at the home in which I grew up in St. Catharines, Ontario. Ontario, Canada. Right, and that's saved. Okay, so when I click on that, it brings it up. Okay? Of course, my original one is up here. All right. Now, next thing I want to show you is how to add the line from the sun to your planets. So my first planet here is Mercury. Here's its average orbit in scale, so 12.32 meters. And here's its average orbit in scientific notation. So instead of writing 57,910,000 kilometers, I put 5.791 times 10 to the power of 7, and that's in kilometers. And here I have a description of where it would be. Okay? So to do the line, I'm going to click the ruler, start at my sun. I'll always measure from my sun. And I'm trying to do 32 meters. Oh, 12.3, I'm sorry, 12.3. So I can't do decimals, so I'm just going to go 12. You can round to the nearest meter. And click again to cut the line. Now I'm going to go to draw a line and repeat that right over and click 2 times to cut the line, and now it gives me this box. So I'm going to type in Mercury's average orbit 12.3 meters from the sun. Click Save. I can add my picture. This time I'm going to switch Mercury. Oh, I'm sorry, wait. We're not doing pictures for the lines. My mistake, right? So you can see here, the only thing I need to add is my description of where it would be. So I'll go back to my line, click the pencil so I can edit. At this scale distance, Mercury would orbit inside my parents' property. So something like that, that shows where it is. Okay? I think I worded it a little differently originally. Mercury would basically orbit around my house without leaving the property. So again, scale distance in orbit, scientific notation of the actual distance, and a description of where it is on my map. Okay? That's the line. Now to add Mercury, I'm going to add marker, drop it at the end of my line. I'm going to title it Mercury, and that's all I need there. Add a picture of Mercury. What do you think? What do you think? I like this one. And I'm going to add one more because I kind of like this one that shows its size compared to Earth. All right. Now, my original Mercury, I also have my fun fact. So I can click on Mercury, whoops, my new Mercury, and click the pencil. Add my fun fact here. You would actually put a fun fact, not the words fun fact. And click Save. You also might want to change the color of your marker. Have a different color for each planet. If you want, you can use different shapes. Totally up to you. Just make sure they make sense. Okay? I mean, don't put a hamburger for Mercury or a cow or an ice cream cone. Put something that kind of is astronomical, makes sense for space. Okay? So, like I said, not like in the ice cream cone. I'm going to stick with the same shape, but you can do what you think is appropriate. And that's the start of my solar system. I have my sun, I have my distance of Mercury, and I have Mercury and my fun fact. Each planet should follow this system. So for my next planet, I would do the same thing. Ruler, and go to my next planet, which would be Venus. Okay. I hope you find that helpful. Watch the video again if you need to. Also, if you go to Haiku and scroll down a little bit, you can see a description of exactly what should be included in each part of the project. So I just showed you how to do this. And I also showed you how to do this. Come to class tomorrow with any questions you may have. Good luck.